at liberty to ask any questions, any doubts you will be having. Right, children? Shall we start now?
Yes.
Children, even though you are prepared very well, but there may be some areas where you may feel nervous, tensed, and you may tend to make mistakes, right? And now, mistakes that has to be avoided in biology exam, I'm going to tell you for 5 points. Please keep it in mind. First, in not giving examples. This is the mistake which you do. Okay, one question is asked. அந்த கொஷின் வந்து 2 marks கொஷின் நான் நினைச்சிட்டு not giving examples is not the correct procedure, children. Even though it is a 2 mark question or 3 marks question, whatever may be, ஒரு கொஷின் கேட்டிருக்காங்க and if it has got some examples அப்படின்னா please write the examples, children. Please write the examples, okay? So that will add up marks for you. See, what is the question given here? Writing about asexual reproduction. So, Tirthi, what is asexual reproduction, ma?
Reproduction where only one parent is involved.
Yes, very good. So, okay, the examiner, the person has asked only asexual reproduction. So, just writing the definition is not enough. What you have to do, you have to write the organisms which are responsible for that, in which asexual reproduction is taking place. Like example in a hydra, amoeba, correct. இதுல தானே asexual reproduction இருக்கும். இது ஒண்ணு. This is
Yes,
one
ma'am.
mistake. Please don't avoid that, okay? And one more thing is second one, labeling wrong. The diagrams are very, very, very important in biology, children. Each and every diagram you have to go through. I will also be sending some important diagrams and also the methods to label it and to draw it. Please go through it later after the class. So labeling wrong is a big mistake which children mostly do. அதுல என்னன்னா, see, what is this diagram, ma? Darshan is here.
Brain. Brain.
Brain, yes. Brain diagram. In the diagram, what you will do, okay, cerebrum you can draw, you can label, and midbrain you can label. And when coming to the hindbrain, all the three parts have to be labeled correctly. Pons kapramada medulla. Medulla kapramada cerebellum. This has to be ordered, children. Don't miss this order, okay? So, hypothalamus கீழே தான் pituitary gland. Just ஒரு glance பார்த்துக்கோங்க அப்புறமா எல்லாம் on the diagrams I'll be sending you. So labeling correctly is very important. Surely you will be getting diagram based questions. Prepare well for that. Then the third mistake children do is not reading NCRT. சரி மேடம் questions கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. Let us read and complete that question answers and சொல்லிட்டு you should not narrow down yourself to such criteria, children. Main important வந்து you might have done this reading NCRT. Have you done, children? படிச்சிருக்கீங்களா NCRT lesson point wise?
Yes,
Why
ma'am.
is it necessary? Why is it important? You think so? It is important to attend the objective questions. Objective questions will be asked conceptual based. See, children, how many marks are for biology, ma'am? Out
30, ma'am.
inside
30 marks, ma'am.
39, right? 39 தானே, ma'am?
30, ma'am.
30, ma'am.
See, yes. I'm just checking whether you are answering me correctly or not. So out of these biology questions, how many will be of MCQ, children? எத்தனை இருக்கும்? MCQ will be more, right? Yes, and that MCQ normally, generally direct MCQ கேட்பாங்க and also assertion based questions will be there. Assertion and reasoning. How do you think you can answer this assertion and reasoning questions? It has to be, for this reason, you have to be prepared very well. For that, conceptual understanding is very important. That conceptual understanding you will get only through this reading of NCRT. You answer to one question, children. assertion and reasoning, out of the box questions, இந்த மாதிரி லாஜிக்கல் திங்கிங் இதெல்லாம் நம்ம பிரெயின்ல இருக்கிற which part it is functioning, which part is important for answering such type of questions, children.
Cerebrum.
Cerebrum.
Very good, Sidram. Yes. So, for attending all these MCQs, which involves logical thinking, competency-based questions, ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ you should and must prepare from NCERT textbook. Okay. Not following time management. ஒரு கொஷனுக்கு you should allot some time, right? You should have some time to attend the diagram. MCQக்கு எவ்வளோ டைம் allot பண்ணணும், 2 marksக்கு எவ்வளோ, wrong answerக்கு எவ்வளோ, all that you should have an idea while attending this. Okay, children. All these questions, all these points, I hope you will remember, right? And also one more thing. See, differentiation. Differentiation, mostly in biology, they will ask differentiation. Like questions, sexual reproduction, the difference, aerobic and anaerobic difference. Correct, children? Tell me 2 more questions which will be asked like this. Differentiate and so it is.
Arteries and veins.
Super, very good. Then, any other questions?
Blood and
Sexual and
lymph.
asexual reproduction.
Yes. That one. Yes, correct. Sexual, asexual reproduction. So, அந்த
Blood
மாதிரி
and lymph.
கேட்கும்போது, yes. என்னம்மா புரியல.
Blood and lymph.
Blood and leaf, super, very good, important question அது. So இந்த மாதிரி கொஸ்டின்ஸ்க்கெல்லாம் you should not write in a paragraph. சரி, பேராகிராஃப்ல எழுதலாம், லாங்கா தெரியும், அப்படி எழுதக்கூடாது. ரிமெம்பர் 100% டேபுலர் காலம் போட்டு தான் எழுதணும். டிஃபரன்ஷியேட் அப்படின்னு கொடுத்தாலே இந்த மாதிரி டேபுலர் காலம் போட்டு தான் எழுதணும். சரியா? அது ஒன்று ரிமெம்பர்மா, யூ ரிமெம்பர் இட். அண்ட் சி what this is the paper of one of my students. I have displayed it for your reference. What he has done ma here. இங்க என்ன பண்ணிருக்காங்க சொல்லுங்க. தெரியுதாமா?
Underline.
Very good. Yes.
Underline the key points.
பாருங்க. எஸ், நிறைய அண்டர்லைன் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. அப்போ நான் பேப்பர் கரெக்ட் பண்ணும்போது வாட் ஐ வில் சி, எனக்கு அதுதான் தெரியும். சரி, கெமிக்கல் எனர்ஜி, சோலார் எனர்ஜி, ப்ராக்ரெசிவ்லி 10%லாம் மச் எனர்ஜி, இதுதான் எனக்கு தெரியும். பாருங்க இங்க என்ன ஃப்ளோ ஆஃப் எனர்ஜி சார்ட் போட்டிருக்காங்க. இதெல்லாம் பார்த்து வாட் ஐ வில் திங்க், ஓகே திஸ் பாய் knows the subject very well. Conceptually, this boy is clear about all the things and சொல்லிட்டு surely I will give him more marks. இது 2 marks அப்படின்னு அப்படியே 2 marks I will give. கரெக்டாமா? புரியுதா நான் சொல்றது? ஸோ ஒரு ஆன்சர் நீங்க அட்டென்ட் பண்ணும்போது ஷியோர்லி கீ பாயிண்ட்ஸ் அண்டர்லைன் பண்ணுங்க கண்டிப்பா. அதுக்கானே நீங்க கலர் பென்ஸ் எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது. பிளாக் ஆர் ப்ளூ, அவ்வளவுதான். ஓகே சில்ட்ரன்? So will you follow these steps while attending the exam?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, surely you have to do flow chart கேட்டா இந்த மாதிரி flow chart போடுறது, all the things you have to do. Okay? Not marking or underlining important points. Okay? So what are the 5 points? Tell me. Who will tell me? Parthiban? என்னமா அந்த 5 points you have to remember?
Not giving points.
Okay.
Examples for the question. Not
Okay.
marking the parts in diagrams.
Yes.
Not underlining the important points.
Okay.
Always writing in long paragraphs.
Do not write in long paragraphs. இதெல்லாம் mistakes. So listen, differentiate கேட்டா you have to write in a tabular column. This is also one more point. Very good, Parthiban. Okay. So that was all about paper presentation எப்படி கொடுக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. Right. And in this session, I'm not going to teach you one particular chapter, full chapter, that you have already done. I hope so. Yes, children, all are prepared in all the chapters. How many chapters we have in biology?
5.
5 chapters. என்னடா?
Life
Life
processes,
process,
control and
control and
coordination.
Coordination.
How
How
the
I've got some
reproduce,
sleep reduce.
Yeah,
and
listen.
our
Our
environment.
environment.
Listen, this is what we don't want. Wasim, all the 5
Yes,
chapters.
ma'am. Life process, control and coordination. How do organisms reproduce, heredity, and our environment?
Super. Are you thorough in all these chapters?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, now what is your approach now? Today and tomorrow, you will be important questions, right?
Yes,
Right?
ma'am. I'll be prepared.
Yes, yes. So now I am going to discuss with you some important questions. Panla madam, shall we do?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Before that, I will ask you one question. அதுக்கு ஆன்சர் பண்ணுங்க. Opening and closing of stomata is due to. One second.
I mean, it's a
The person whom I ask should answer. Okay, who will answer? Raise your hand. Parthiban has already answered to one question. The others, I want others. Who is this? Who is this ma? I don't. I can't. Anshika. Anshika.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Answer this question, ma.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Yes, of course. This is the question.
Due to guard cell, ma'am.
What will happen in God's cell? What
Ma'am,
will happen in God's?
when the water
Yes.
flows, the cell will shrink, and when the water is not there, it will swell, ma'am.
Yes. So guard cells absorb water. What will happen? The stomata will open. When they are releasing the water, what will happen? The stomata will close. Adanema correct?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
one more thing. Nityashri, Nityashri,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
what
ma'am.
I am writing on the screen here?
Digestion of cellulose.
In which animals the digestion of cellulose is an important process? Herbivoresa, carnivoresa,
Herbivores, ma'am.
herbivores. Very good. Herbivores. So herbivores, for the digestion of cellulose, there is a particular adaptation. What is that adaptation,
They
Nityashri?
have long, small intestine than carnivores
Very good. Longer small intestine. Why do you think they have longer small intestine?
because they eat only uh,
Yes, yes,
ma'am,
correct,
because
pla-
correct, correct.
they eat
very
only
complex substance
plants,
to
ma'am.
digest.
Yes, they eat only plants, and these plant cells they have cellulose, and cellulose needs a lot of time to get digested. அதனால they have long small intestine. Very important question, mind. Children, please concentrate. This is very important. I hope everyone knows this, right? And one more question, Nana. Yes, Monish.
Yes, ma'am.
During which of the following stages of the circulation of blood in a normal human being, the oxygenated blood is pumped to all parts of the body? Able to understand question, Monish? Once again,
Yes, ma'am.
during which of the following steps? ஒரு நாலு ஸ்டெப் சொல்றேன் Monish.
Okay, ma'am.
One is contraction of left atrium. Second is contraction of left ventricle. Third is relaxation of right atrium. Fourth is relaxation of right ventricle. These are the four steps, Manish.
Okay, ma'am.
During, you have to answer me like which of the following stages, during which of the following stages, circulation of blood in a normal human being, oxygenated blood வந்து pumped to all parts of the body.
Ma'am, concentration of left ventricle.
Contraction. What is that?
Contraction of left ventricle, ma'am.
Yes. So this is right atrium, right
Left
ventricle,
ventricle.
left atrium, left ventricle. எப்போ வந்து oxygenated blood அப்படின்னா the blood which has got oxygen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When it is supplied to all parts of the body, all parts of the body, na, this is aorta, which is carrying oxygenated blood to all parts of the body. This is pulmonary artery, which is carrying deoxygenated blood to lungs. So இங்க கொஸ்டின் எப்படி கேட்டிருக்காங்க பாருங்க. Oxygenated blood pumped to all parts of the body. So இங்க தானே oxygenated blood இருக்கும். Here. So all
Yes, ma'am.
parts of the body pump ஆறுது இங்க தான். Yes, Manish, you are correct. What is the thing you told? Contraction of
Left ventricle.
left ventricle. Correct. Okay. Next. Yes. Rhea. Or 5 students, I will just go through these questions. Rhea?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Listen to the question, Rhea. There was a cerebellar dysfunction. What was there, ma? What is this I am writing on the screen?
Cerebellum dysfunction.
Cerebellar dysfunction. Which of the following activities will get disturbed in this patient as a result of this? Which activity will get disturbed? Is it salivation? Is it hunger control? Or is it postural balance? Or is it regulation of blood pressure? Which one do you think will be disturbed if the cerebellum of that particular person is dysfunction? Apina, it's not working.
Ma'am, posture and balance.
Very good. Postural balance. Where is cerebellum present, Rhea? In which part of the brain it is present?
Hindbrain, ma'am.
Hindbrain. Good. Correct, children. Yes. Then, so I'm just making you know how the questions may be asked. You see how the questions can be twisted and asked for you to understand. இப்போ நீங்க you will just learn like cerebellum ஓட function என்ன அவ்வளவுதான். Cerebellar dysfunction ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா which function will not be happening அப்படின்னா. So such type of questions also you should go through, right? Vinay Shiva, புரியுதாமா?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you tell me what is the role played by enzyme trypsin, Vinay Shiva?
Digestion of proteins.
Yes, enzyme trypsin breaks down proteins into smaller peptides. So when the question is coming regarding some enzymes, let me discuss with you the function of enzyme lipase. What is the function of enzyme lipase, Aprina? Here I should write breakdown of fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Correct, children? I should write like breakdown of fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Did I write correctly, children? Do you all agree with this answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I may write this in some other way. I will write emulsification of fats. ரெண்டுமே சேம் அம்மா? Are these both same?
Yes.
Ma'am,
Ah,
emulsification
சொல்லுங்க.
of fats is the process of breaking down fat molecules into fat globules by action of bile, ma'am.
Very good. So when they ask about lipase, I should not write emulsification. Emulsification, now it is different. It is done by bile juice only. Bile juice only does this emulsification, larger globules of fats into smaller droplets. ஆனா lipase ஓட வேலை என்ன? Breakdown of fats into fatty acids and glycerol. See how important is the usage of words in your answer. If you are writing emulsification instead of breakdown, that will become a blunder. Please avoid that, children. Okay. And also there was a question asked like list 2 functions of finger-like projections.
Will I?
Finger-like projections, yes. Finger-like projections in small intestine. Finger-like projections in small intestine, we should think, okay, what is that finger-like projection in small intestine? Next, okay, it is nothing but villi. Villi பத்தி எழுதுங்கனா any two functions எழுதுங்க சொன்னா what you will write?
It increases the
It
surface
increases
area
surface
for
area
the
for
more
absorption.
area of
efficient for food absorption.
small
Yes,
intestine.
increasing the surface area of
Small
small
intestine.
intestine for better absorption of nutrients. அப்படி complete பண்ணணும் sentence. Increase in surface area. அவ்வளோ you should not stop by that. You should write for better absorption of nutrients. இன்னொரு point என்ன? What is the second function, children? Here, villi has got blood vessels. For what purpose? For absorbing nutrients. Where are these villi present? They are present in small intestine. What is the function of small intestine, children? Just assimilation. அப்படின்னா என்னென்ன டைஜஸ்ட் ஆகி வந்ததோ ஸ்டொமக்ல இருந்து டியோடினம்ல எல்லா ஃபுட் மெட்டீரியல் இட் வில் பி டைஜஸ்டட் அண்ட் கமிங் டு தி ஸ்மால் இன்டெஸ்டைன், ரைட்? And what is the function of small intestine? It will assimilate. It will absorb all the nutrients which are coming through the food. And இதுக்காக villi is playing an important part in increasing the surface area. Surface area increase பண்றதுனால more nutrients will be absorbed. How this villi is helping in absorption? It has got blood vessels which are absorbing. Blood vessels absorb ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா the nutrients are going into our blood, correct? And it will be transported to the bloodstream. Correct, children? Yes? Harshita? Puridama? Yes? Okay. And one more thing. One more question will be like, why is respiratory pigment needed in multicellular organisms with large body? What is the respiratory pigment present in our blood?
Hemoglobin.
Hemoglobin.
Very good.
Hemoglobin.
Hemoglobin. This is the pigment present in our body. Okay, the question is, why is respiratory pigment needed in multicellular organisms with a large body size? எதுக்குமா, why it is needed? Divyashri will answer this. Divyashri only, no?
Ma'am,
Yes, please answer this question, ma'am.
could you repeat, ma'am?
Sure. Why is respiratory pigment needed in multicellular organisms with a large body size?
Because they carry to the entire body parts, ma'am.
What carry?
The
Complete words.
respiratory pigment.
Yes, it is needed in multicellular organisms with large body size too.
Since they carry and have a high affinity.
Yes, it is correct only. To facilitate the transport of oxygen to all parts of the body. This you should write. Why? See, in human beings, do you think diffusion is adequate? Diffusion will take place. அது மட்டும் போதுமா? No, it is not enough. Unicellular organisms diffusion நடந்து gases are exchanged. But big organisms, multicellular organisms diffusion is not the process. Multicellular organisms need a respiratory pigment which can transport oxygen to all parts of the body. Clear, children? Right? And one more thing you
Yes, ma'am.
understand. Hemoglobin is present in the blood of all multicellular organisms, and also hemoglobin it will have 4 molecules affinity. அப்படின்னா it can carry 4 molecules of oxygen. 1 molecule of hemoglobin can carry 4 molecules of oxygen. Remember, children. Okay? Just extra இதுன்னு சொல்றேன், remember. And one more thing, ma. Question can be asked like, give reasons for the following. என்ன question? இதுக்கெல்லாம் நீங்க reason சொல்லணும். என்ன? Rings of cartilage present in the trachea. What is another name for trachea? Ishan? Ishan, what is another name for trachea? Ishan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me, what is the another name for trachea?
Can you repeat, ma'am?
Sai? We call trachea by another name. There is another name for trachea. What is that? Yes, Parthiban, tell me,
Windpipe,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Ah, yes, Ishan, you are absolutely right, Ishan. Windpipe. Pharynx we call foot pipe, and trachea we call windpipe. And as you all know, trachea has got rings of cartilage. Rings of cartilage, இப்படி இருக்கும்பா. Cartilage na soft bones. What is the significance of this, Ishan? எதுக்குமா rings of cartilage இருக்கு tracheaல?
Ma'am, for giving mechanical support, ma'am.
That is also correct. அது இல்லைன்னா என்ன ஆகும்?
Ma'am, அது இல்லைன்னா கொலாப்ஸ் ஆயிடும்.
What will collapse? What will collapse? Trachea will collapse.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
word you have to use. That's why I asked. Very good, Ishan. That was a good answer. So reasons, give reasons for following and 2 marks கேட்டுட்டு they will tell. So A வந்து rings of cartilage present in trachea. B வந்து lungs always contain a residual volume of air. Lungs always contain a residual volume of air. Who will answer this question? What is the reason? Lungs எப்பவுமே there will be a residual volume of air. What is the reason? Shashmita, will you tell the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me. What is the reason that?
Repeat the question.
Yes, give the reason why lungs always contain a residual volume of air. Some amount of air will always be present in the lungs, even though we are expiring the air out. எதுக்காகமா? Who will answer? Kaushik? Yes.
So that the air is sufficient
Kaushik,
Ma'am,
tell me, ma.
time for
yes, ma'am.
oxygen to be absorbed.
When air,
Okay, let us listen what Kaushik is telling. Yes, Kaushik?
ma'am, ma'am, lungs always has a residual volume because there should be sufficient time for oxygen to be absorbed.
அப்படியா? I don't think so.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is also one reason. One more thing. Yes, Kaushik. What Kaushik? Yes, Vinay Sharma. Vinay Shiva. Sorry.
And
Vinay
is it
Shiva,
for
tell me
lungs?
your answer. Vinama?
Lungs won't collapse.
Yeah, that is also one reason. So during breathing, lungs retain residual air. எதுக்காக? Yes, you three have told the correct answer. Ensuring efficient oxygen absorption and carbon dioxide release. இதுதான் இதோட ஆன்சர். இப்படி எழுதணும். சரியா? Then one more question.
Okay.
Okay, did you understand, ma? What is the reason? Shashmita, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And read this question, Monish.
Diaphragm flattens and ribs are lifted up when we breathe in.
What is the reason for this? The diaphragm flattens. The ribs are lifted up when we breathe in. Breathe in na
Yes.
inhalation. அந்த டைம்ல ஏமா இப்படி
And
எல்லாம்
because
நடக்குது?
when we inhale, the lungs expand. Due to this, the diaphragm becomes flattens.
Okay, very good, correct. So when we inhale, our lips rise, diaphragm flattens. எதுக்காக? Causing the chest to expand. This expansion, இந்த மாதிரி expansion இருக்கிறதுனால draws air into the lungs, filling the expanded alveoli. Okay, very good, Manish. Then, okay,
Good
one
morning,
more
ma'am.
thing. Yes, ma, good morning. Who is this?
Khalid, ma'am.
Yes, Khalid, good morning.
Kaushik.
And Suvan, answer to one question which I'm asking. Yes. See, the walls of ventricle are thicker than the walls of atrium. What is the reason? The walls of ventricles are thicker than the walls of atrium. What is the reason, children? Sriniketan?
Because
Um,
Yes.
because
Sriniketan only, no?
because the ventricles, the blood flows through the ventricles with low pressure compared to the atrium, where, because the blood will be pumped from the heart, and the atrium will give the blood, oxygenated blood from the heart to the body parts. That's why they have thick walls.
Atrium gives blood to the body parts. I don't think so.
Yes, ma'am. ஹார்ட்லேருந்து ஆக்சிஜனேட் விடுறது அவங்க தானே மேம், அதுதான் மேம் கொடுக்கும்.
Sari, I will draw and ask you. You tell me. This is heart, right? Four chambered. This is right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. I am asking,
ஆர்ட்ரி
எதுக்குமா?
மேம், சாரி மேம்.
ஆ,
ஆர்ட்ரி மேம், ஆர்ட்ரி, சாரி.
ஆர்டரி நீங்க இது சொல்றீங்க, ஏட்ரியம் சொல்றீங்க. That is wrong. I am asking why these ventricles have got thicker muscles
Because
than
the
the
blood,
atrium.
because the blood will enter from the atrium with higher pressure into the ventricles during
Okay.
contraction.
Yes. From ventricles, it has to go to the all parts of the
All
body.
parts.
அதனால it needs more இது அந்த pressure withstand பண்றதுக்கு it needs more stamina. That's right. Correct, ma. See how the usage of words is important, ma. Correct, தானே? So remember that while answering, you should be in a confident answer பண்ணணும். அந்த words use பண்றது confident words use பண்ணுங்க. Okay?
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, children. Very good, children. All of you are answering very well. And for your purpose, I have researched a lot and I have gone through many papers. என்ன எல்லாம் ரிப்பீட் ஆயிருக்கு கொஷின்ஸ் என்ன எல்லாம் ஒரு 90% கேட்கறதுக்கு சான்சஸ் இருக்கு இப்போ டே ஆஃப்டர் டுமாரோ எக்ஸாம்ல அதெல்லாம் வந்து ஐ ஹாவ் டன் சம் research from the papers and I have brought some questions for you children. Let us discuss those questions. Surely from these questions you will get in your board exam day after tomorrow. Let's go through this. Apart from the one which you have prepared, இது வந்து கண்டிப்பா ஒரு வாட்டி பாருங்க. சரியாமா? So first section A என்ன கேட்பாங்க? Multiple choice questions தானே? Each question carries 1 mark. So பாருங்க. Yes, children.
No, ma'am.
Receptors.
No.
No. No.
Yes, yes.
No.
Let me ask the children who have not answered at least once. Who has raised hand here? A. Anshika. Anshika, the question
Yes,
answer
ma'am.
Solma.
Nose,
Read the
ma'am.
question and tell the answer.
Receptors are usually located in the sense organs. Olfactory receptors are present in option B, nose, ma'am.
Nose. Very good. These are the most expected questions, children. So please listen carefully. Okay, Anshika. Nose la olfactory na tongue la என்னமா?
Gustatory receptor, ma'am.
I. I.
Sensory, ma'am.
No, no. I la என்ன receptor?
Photo.
Hasini? Yes.
Photoreceptors.
Photoreceptors. And what about ear, Hasini?
Nociceptors.
Listen once again, Hasini. Ear. I'm asking about the
phonoreceptors.
phonoreceptors, Hasini.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
நீங்க நீங்க சொல்ற நோசி செப்டார்ஸ் வந்து where can you find it? Which organ?
skin.
NOCI. நோசினா பெயின் சென்ஸ் பண்றது ஸ்கின். Correct. Yes. So the answer is nose here. Very good. Okay. Let me select the person to answer. Raghunath. Raghunath joined just now. Who is this? Heads? Hasini. Okay. Hasini has answered. Who is the person left over? Wasim, Sai. Okay, Sai. Sai, you answer the next question, child. See, the question will be asked like this also, ma. The given graph shows the amount of waste generated, dumped, and treated in percentage. Identify the reason of low success rate of waste management process. Okay, this one at last I will explain and ask you. யாருமா hands raise பண்ணது? Who is that person who raised hands? Okay. Okay. Wasim, you answer to this question,
Yes,
Wasim.
ma'am.
Read the question and answer.
On the basis of evolution or absorption of energy, which are the following processes are similar to combustion of fuel?
Okay.
Composition of vegetable matter for photosynthesis. Option
Similar
D,
to
one,
combustion of fuel. What you say?
option D, 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Photosynthesis in plants, respiration in the human body. A is correct. Photosynthesis in plant. Yes. Yes. 2 and 3. You also told that one, Ninoma.
I told 1 and 2.
1 and 2 you said. Okay. So what is the correct answer?
2 and 3.
Respiration in human body and decomposition of vegetable matter. Okay, that will be one type of question. And see, case இது வந்து competitive based question children. Here ஒரு blood report கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Patient X and patient Y. Time of checking, blood glucose ranges எல்லாம் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Before breakfast எப்படி இருந்தது patient X க்கு patient Y க்கு. Before lunch 2 hours after meals bed time. Question என்ன கேட்டாங்க பாருங்க. Which one of the following diets would you recommend to the affected patient? Which one of the following diet? என்ன affect ஆயிருக்காங்க இந்த patient?
Diabetes, ma'am.
Diabetes. So what type of diet you will? So now you are future doctors. So what diet you will recommend to the affected
Low
patient?
sugar, ma'am. Low
Ma'am, low
sugar
sugar
content
and
and
high
high
fiber
protein.
diet, ma'am.
Oh, wow. So already there are many doctors in our group now. Yes, low sugar, high fiber diet. That is important for a patient with diabetes mellitus. What is diabetes, children? இப்போ diabetes topic வந்துச்சுன்னா ஒரு important question அதுல இருந்து வரும். என்ன? What is this diabetes, Khalid? How a person gets affected by diabetes?
If there's like
Sugar,
When
excess
sugar
rise
level of
in
level.
sugar
high
level,
sugar
that
level.
means it's diabetes.
Khalid?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
if that
others.
excess,
Uh,
ma'am, if
Tell
that
me, ma.
excess level of sugars, ma'am, then they can say that they have diabetes
excess sugar எங்கேம்மா?
in the body, in the blood sugar level.
Blood சொல்லணும். கரெக்டா?
Yes, ma'am.
கரெக்டா சொல்லணும். Blood சொல்லணும். Okay. And இப்படி excess sugar in blood இருந்தா, what will happen? That person will get diabetes. In our body, are there not any mechanisms to control the blood sugar, ma? நம்ம பாடியில
Insulin.
இருக்கா mechanism? Who
Insulin.
is answering? Tell your name, ma.
Fast.
Sriniketan.
Sriniketan, yes. In our
Insulin secretion in our body helps to maintain blood sugar level.
how what insulin does?
Insulin இது வந்து like I think blood sugar levels எல்லாம் process பண்ணி அதுல இருந்து energy use பண்ணும் மேம்.
That is what I'm asking. Insulin வந்து will it decrease or increase blood
Will
blood
decrease
sugar?
the blood sugar level.
Decrease the blood sugar.
Decreases blood
Blood
sugar,
sugar.
right? Okay, good. Decrease பண்ணிட்டே போயிட்டா எப்படிமா நார்மல் பர்சன்ல?
மேம் அது வந்து லைக் ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ராவா இருந்தா லைக் டிக்ரீஸ் பண்ணிட்டு அது சர்டன் லெவலுக்கு அப்புறம் அதை மெயின்டைன் ஆயிடும் மேம்.
ஓகே, ஒருவேளை ஆல்ரெடி நம்ம பாடியில கம்மி சுகர் இருந்தா பிளட்ல வாட் ஹேப்பன்ஸ்?
அப்புறம் அதுக்கப்புறம்
Glucagon.
Very good. Who is this?
Ria Molna.
Ria, yes, correct. What is the function of glucagon, Ria?
Ma'am, it will increase sugar level in the blood.
Very good. Yes, da. This is the answer I expected. In our body, there are two hormones which are produced. One is insulin, the other thing is glucagon. Insulin வேலை என்ன பிளட்ல வந்து சுகர் நிறைய இருந்தா it will decrease the blood sugar. Glucagon வேலை என்ன கம்மியா இருக்கு. See some people know எனக்கு sugar கம்மியா போல இருக்கு I should eat something and சொல்லிட்டு they'll go and eat some chocolates. They feel dizziness. அதுதான் வந்து when sugar is decreased in the blood அந்த டைம்ல நம்ம பாடியில இருக்கிற ஹார்மோன் glucagon will increase the blood sugar. In this way, one friend is decreasing the blood sugar, one friend is increasing the blood sugar. What they both are doing, they are regulating. What they are regulating? They are regulating the blood sugar levels. இதுக்கு ஒரு one word இருக்குடா antagonistic to each other ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Antagonistic. Antagonisticனா acting opposite to one another. ஓகே ஒன் வந்து கம்மி பண்ணிடுச்சுன்னா இன்னொன்னு இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்றதுனால சமமா இருக்கும். ஓகேவாமா? And what is the gland which is producing these two hormones?
Pancreas.
Pancreas.
Very good. Okay, when we are talking about pancreas, there is one specialty about pancreas. Who can say that?
Ma'am, it is
There is
both
one unique.
brain and exocrine
Ma'am,
gland.
it produces enzymes and hormones.
So it is both endo and exocrine gland. Correct. Hasini, what is the difference between exocrine gland and endocrine gland?
One secretes hormones, whereas other secretes the.
Which is the one which secretes hormones? Which gland secretes?
No,
Secretes hormones.
Endo.
Yes, endocrine gland secretes hormones. Exocrine gland secretes
Glands.
juices.
Juices.
Enzymes.
Okay, yes. Yes, enzymes. Under juices, la enzymes. Okay. See, diagram based question. Who will answer? Who will answer? Raise your hand. Sriniketan. Then others. Parthiban and also who has raised? Harshita will answer. Harshita, what is being asked in this question, Harshita? Labeling பாருங்க. That's why I told diagram based questions. நல்லா labeling part நல்லா பார்த்துக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So see, carefully study the diagram of the human respiratory system. A, B, C and D. இங்க வந்து 1, 2, 3, 4 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க இந்த diagramல. Select the correct option which gives correct identification and main function or characteristic. Tell me, ma, Harshita.
C, ma'am. Alveoli.
Alveoli என்னமா? இங்க number 3 வந்து alveoli சொல்றாங்க. Correct.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. So what are these alveoli? Thin-walled sac-like structures for exchange of gases. Correct. Okay, ma. Why ma first one தப்பு?
It is like one with rings of cartilage.
Okay, bony rings. Okay, then main function கேக்குறாங்க. Main function அப்படின்னா you should tell what is the exact function. Instead of that, they are telling the structure. Cartilage இருக்கும், rings அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. That is not correct, right? Okay. Alveoli is correct. Yes. Okay. Next question. Assertion and reason. This is the main headache what children are worried about. Assertion, reasoning. ஒன்னு நினைச்சா ஒன்னா different answer இருக்கும் அதுக்கு. So இது நல்லா பாருங்க. Assertion, resins and gums are stored in old xylem tissue in plants. அதுக்கு reason என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா resins and gums facilitate transport of water molecules சொல்றாங்க. Who will answer this question correctly? Akshita, yes. Akshita, tell me, ma.
Ma'am, option C, ma'am. A is correct and R is false.
A is correct, Ada. Resins and gums stored in old xylem tissue in plants. Yes, that is correct. What are these resins and gums? They are secondary metabolites, waste products of the plants. So they are stored in old xylem. அது true. Correct, correct, Makshita. ஏமா reason தப்பு?
Ma'am, they do not facilitate water molecules, ma'am. They are
Yeah,
the tissue which are not functional part of the plants.
very good. Resins and gums, they are just like excretory products. Then why they will transport the water? That is wrong statement only, right? Yes, so A is true, but R is false. இதுதான். Correct, ma? Others also agree with this answer, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Yes, okay. Next question, Kavi Priya. Are you there, ma? Kavi Priya? Okay, Mohana, will you answer the question? Yes. Who will answer this question? Just raise your hands. Again and again, the same students are answering. I want some other students to answer. See, many students are here. Ishan, Sendil, then Tanushka, Tirthi. Who will answer, ma? Yes? Yes, ma. Answer this question, children. Vinay has raised his hand, I think.
Ma'am,
சொல்லுமா.
ma'am, option D.
Last option, amma.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the question? Read it.
Which following a group of organisms, blood flows to the heart only once during one cycle of passage to the body?
Yes. Before that, I would like to explain you about the different types of circulation. See, in fish, there is a two channel. One, two. என்ன நடக்கும்? Blood, deoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood will be flowing through this only, getting purified in gills, and it will be flowing. இது வந்து two chambered single circulation. Next, amphibians and reptiles பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, this will have three chambered heart. One, two, three. So இது வந்து this is also double circulation ஆன incomplete double circulation. ஏன் அப்படி சொல்றேன் அப்படின்னா blood is entering separately, but when it is coming to the ventricles, it is getting mixed up. So this is incomplete double circulation. When we see in aves and mammals, aves na birds, mammals na we people. In us, the heart is having four chambers. One, two, three, four chambers. So blood enters separately, and let me use blue color for deoxygenated blood. This is deoxygenated. And what will happen? This is going, and இங்க இருந்து பார்த்தா oxygenated blood is going to the body parts. So separate. Here mixing up நடக்கலமா? Oxygenated, deoxygenated. They are separate. That's why this is called complete double circulation. Complete double circulation. புரியுதாமா, Munish?
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am.
Yes. Okay, children. Do you know the difference between double circulation, single circulation? அதெல்லாம் தெரியும்லமா?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, இதுக்கு answer என்ன சொன்னீங்க? Vinay, I think, answered.
Ma'am, D.
Blood flows through heart only once during one cycle of passage, single circulation. As I told earlier, single circulation is seen in fish. இந்த ஃபிஷ்னா என்ன இருக்குமா? இந்த ஆப்ஷன் லாஸ்ட் ஆப்ஷன் தானே?
Yes, ma'am.
Shark is a fish, dogfish is a fish, stingray is a fish. மற்ற ஆப்ஷன்ஸ்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா rabbit என்னமா?
Mammal.
Yes, rabbit is a mammal. Parrot,
Bird.
turtle,
Reptile.
yes,
Um,
correct only.
reptile. No.
Yes, frog,
And frog and the amphibian.
Amphibians.
Crocodile,
A reptile.
pigeon,
Bird.
Bird.
yes, okay. Whale,
Mammal.
mammal, very good. Some children will think it is a fish. Whale வந்து mammal children. Then what is this labio, ma? Labio வந்து ஒரு fish. Okay, labio fish. Penguin,
Bird.
yes, it's shark. So இது மத்ததெல்லாம் வந்து it is a fish. So single circulation is seen in fish and சொல்லலாம். Is anybody asking doubt, ma? I can hear someone speaking. Okay, children. See this question. See, all these are mostly asked questions, and there is a chance of these questions to be asked in your board exam also now, 2025. So, which of the following statements are true about brain? Main thinking part of brain is hindbrain. Correct, Amma?
False.
It is false. Which is the main thinking part of brain?
Forebrain.
Very good.
Forebrain.
Yes, cerebrum. தானே. Second point பாருங்க. Centers of hearing, smell, memory, sight located in forebrain. Correct, Amma?
True.
True, ma'am.
Yes,
True.
that is true. Third one. Read the third statement, Tirthi.
Salty action of saliva, vomiting will depress the medulla in the hindbrain. True.
Involuntary actions. Hindbrain. Correct, Amma?
True, ma'am.
True, ma'am.
True.
What is the fourth statement?
Cerebellum does not control posture and balance of the body. False.
False.
It controls, right? Obviously, it controls.
Option
So,
C.
நம்ம
2
பாருங்க.
or 3.
Option C,
Yes,
ma'am.
option C, 2 and 3. That is only correct. So, இந்த மாதிரி கொஸ்டின் கேட்டா children, first you should see questionல என்ன கேக்குறாங்க? Statements are true கேக்குறாங்களா? Statements are incorrect கேக்குறாங்களா? அது பார்த்துட்டு நீங்க ஆன்சர் பண்ணணும். ஓகேடா? Yes. Assertion and reason again. Assertion. Read this assertion. Khalid, assertion read பண்ணுங்க.
Ma'am, accumulation of variation in the species increases the chance of its survival in changing environment.
கரெக்டா Khalid அது?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, reason.
Accumulation of heat resistance in some bacteria ensures their survival even too much temperature rises in the environment. A and R are true.
A is true, R is also true. But is
And
the
R is the correct
R,
It's B.
it
But
is
R is
not the correct explanation.
It's B.
Yes.
B,
இப்போ
ma'am.
assertion சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு கரெக்ட் ரீசன் தானே கீழே கொடுக்கணும். அது இல்லாம வேற ஏதோ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Accumulation of variation in species increases the chances of its survival in changing environment. அது கொடுத்துட்டு ரீசன் வந்து some copying of DNA or ஏதாவது change in DNA அப்படி கொடுத்துருந்தா ரீசன் கரெக்டா இருக்கும். ஆனா இங்க வந்து something different is given. So this is not correct explanation. Correct. Okay. That was about MCQs, children. I hope
Ma'am?
about MCQs. Yes, ma'am.
மேம் அந்த அசர்ஷனுக்கு அந்த ரீசன் கரெக்ட் தானே மேம்?
Reason is correct, சொல்வியாடா?
ஏன்னா
How, ma?
மேம் அந்த புக்கில் அது ஆக்சுவலி மென்ஷன் ஆன மாதிரி
என்ன இருக்குடா? Please tell me.
மேம் அந்த குளோபல் வார்மிங் மாதிரி வாட்டரோட ஹீட் டெம்பரேச்சர் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும்போது வேரியேஷன் வந்துட்டு அதோட சர்வைவலுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுங்கிறது அசர்ஷனுக்கு கரெக்டா தானே மேம்?
But இங்க assertion வந்து accumulation of variation in a species increases the chances of its survival in changing environment ன்னு இருக்கு. எதுக்காக அது நடக்கும்? That will take place only due to the changes in DNA, right? அது ரீசன் இருந்தா நீங்க வந்து கரெக்ட் எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் சொல்லலாம். ஆனா இது தப்பு. ஓகே, இது வந்து தப்பு. திஸ் இஸ் நாட் த கரெக்ட் ரீசன். ரீசன் என்ன சொல்றாங்க? Heat resistance in some bacteria. But this is not the thing. Variation is because of the change in DNA. அது வந்து ரீசனா இருந்தா you can accept it. Okay, ma?
ஓகே மேம்.
What is your good name?
ரியா மேம்.
Ria, very good. Ria, that was a good question. Now coming to the section B, a 2 marks question பார்க்கலாமா? Yeah, very, very, very important. 100% sure short question, children. Glycolysis, glucose metabolism. Okay, what is this process known as in which glucose is broken down?
Glycolysis, ma'am.
Glycolysis எங்க நடக்குமா? Which processல நடக்கும் glycolysis? சொல்லுங்கம்மா.
Cytoplasm.
I'm asking the process in which the glucose is broken down.
Respiration.
Yeah, very good, very good. That is respiration. Okay, children. Respiration is of two types, children. என்னம்மா two types of respiration?
Aerobic respiration and
Aerobic
anaerobic
and
Aerobic,
respiration.
anaerobic.
Aerobic, anaerobic. What is aerobic, children? The presence of
Oxygen.
In the
In the
presence
presence.
of
anaerobic,
absence of
Absence of
oxygen.
oxygen.
presence of oxygen எங்க நடக்குமா? மா presence of oxygen இருந்தாலும் absence of oxygen இருந்தாலும்
Cytoplasm.
breakdown of glucose வந்து takes place in cytoplasm. Breakdown of glucose takes place in cytoplasm. ஏன் glucose breakdown ஆகணும்? நமக்கு எனர்ஜி தேவை. So respirationல whatever we are eating, no, carbohydrates, glucose, that is broken down and it gives energy to us. And the glucose breaking down வந்து cytoplasmல தான் நடக்கும். Aerobic organismsல கூட anaerobic organisms also. இதுக்கு அப்புறமா தான் the path will be changed. Aerobic இருந்தா glucose
Mitochondria.
changes into pyruvate and this pyruvate goes to mitochondria. Oxygen இருக்கிறதுனால here the process will take place. Pyruvate anaerobesல என்ன நடக்கும்? Anaerobesல two things happen, children. One is lack of oxygen, one is absence of oxygen. ஏன் மேம் ரெண்டுமே சேம் தானே அப்படி சொல்றீங்க? இல்ல, லேக் ஆஃப் ஆக்சிஜன்னா முன்னாடி இருந்தது, ஆமா இப்போ சப்ளை வந்து கொஞ்சம் குறைஞ்சிச்சு. அது எங்க நடக்குமா இது?
Muscles.
Muscle cells.
Yes, very good. Muscle cells, when we are doing strenuous exercise என்ன ஆகும்? நம்ம மசில்ஸ்ல வந்து lack of oxygen
Lactic acid.
இருக்கிறதுனால
Lactic acid
what will
formation.
happen? This
Lactic
glucose,
acid will form.
yes, lactic acid
Lactic acid
form
plus
ஆகும்.
energy is formed.
Lactic acid plus energy will be formed, yes. ஆனா நிறைய lactic acid accumulate ஆனா கூட that is not good. What will happen?
Muscle
Muscle
cramps.
cramp.
Muscle cramps.
More இருந்தா muscle
Muscle
cramps.
cramp.
Have you ever experienced muscle cramps?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, horrible, right? So this is due to lack of supply of oxygen. இப்போ சுத்தமா ஆக்சிஜன் இல்லவே இல்ல, absent இருக்கு.
Yeast.
In some organisms like yeast, very good. Absent, they will grow only during when there is anaerobic condition. And what this yeast does, the pyruvate, what it will convert into?
Ethanol and
Ethanol
carbon
plus carbon
dioxide.
dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. Yes, very good. So this is the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. அது pathway கேட்பாங்கம்மா. Glycolysis, glucose breakdown. So glucose breakdown சொல்லிட்டு in our textbook there is a picture which is telling about all the three types of respiration. You know that, right? So இங்க என்ன கேக்குறாங்க? Fate of glucose molecule in anaerobic respiration in yeast and lactobacillus bacteria. என்ன நடக்குமா? I told you now, I explained. And also aerobic respiration in human cells. Write chemical equation for each type. See how many times it was asked. இப்படின்னா என்ன சொல்லுவீங்க? See, this is the answer you should write. Don't forget to write the answer in steps. And if in that particular answer, if any reaction is needed, please include that. So see, anaerobic respiration என்ன நடக்குது? Hasini, what is happening here? Explain about this.
Ma'am, the anaerobic or the aerobic one?
Both.
Okay.
See,
In
when this type of question is asked, you know, both the questions are dealing, one is dealing with anaerobic, another with aerobic. So you have to write about both. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am. In yeast, the glucose is broken down to ethanol and carbon dioxide. In the equation is C6H12O6, in the presence of enzymes converts to C2H5OH plus 2CO2 plus energy, which is ATP. And the second equation is the lactobacillus bacteria, where the glucose is broken down into lactic acid and energy. The
Yes.
equation is C6H12O6 in the presence of enzymes. It gives 2C3H6O3 and energy, which is ATP. But in our human cells, glucose is completely broken down into carbon dioxide, water, and a large amount of energy. This energy is
Yes.
more than the one of anaerobic respiration, and the equation is
Yes.
C6H12O6 plus 6O2 in the
CO2.
presence of enzyme. Yeah,
Yes.
it gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O and energy, which is ATP.
Yes. Very good. Very good. So yeast வந்து responsible for the production of ethanol or ethyl alcohol. அதோட equation என்ன? அதோட இது C2H5O6.
Ma'am,
இந்த மாதிரி
white
நீங்க
leaf,
எழுதணுமா? தனியா subheadings கொடுத்துட்டு you have to write. Hello, anybody asked me a question?
nothing. Ma'am.
Okay. Please ask if you have any doubt in this. Vinay?
Nothing.
Okay. Okay. Next. What happens when bryophyllum leaf falls on the wet soil? Listen. These are called notches. Notches of leaf. What leaf is this? This is bryophyllum. இந்த leafல notches இருக்கும். And in the notches there are axillary buds. Axillary buds present. These are axillary buds. What is the special thing about this leaf?
Ma'am,
What is
the
the
ma'am,
uh,
the new sapling grows from the leaf, ma'am, through vegetative propagation.
so when this bryophyllum leaf falls on the wet soil,
Falls on the wet soil, it
Correct,
grows into a
the
new
growth.
plant.
yes, so the buds which are present in these notches along with the leaf margin, they develop into new plants. What is this known as, children? What type of
Vegetative propagation.
reproduction is this?
Ma'am,
This is
vegetative propagation.
very good.
Vegetative propagation.
Vegetative propagation. Correct. Yes. Next question. On maturation, sporangia of rhizopus burst. When this happens, what happens? இங்க பாருங்க. What happens when on maturation, sporangia of rhizopus burst? Rhizopus வந்து ஒரு fungus. என்ன ஆகும்? அதோட sporangia பாருமா. This is sporangia. இதுக்குள்ள என்ன இருக்கு?
Spores.
இதுதான் வந்து rhizopus. Rhizopus burst ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா என்ன ஆகும்?
Spores they will fly off.
Okay. Inside this sporangia, there are some spores. What will happen? These spores can develop into new rhizopus individual when it bursts on maturation. Correct? From a long time, I am hearing only one voice. Hariharan is not answering. Keertu, please ask me if you have any doubt. Palani, Soman, I want questions from everyone, children. Reply to the question which I am answering also. See. So, Monish, read this answer, Monish.
Yes, ma'am. When the biofilm leaf falls on the wet soil, the buds present in the notches along the leaf margin develop into new plants. This is known as vegetative propagation. The sporangia of rhizopus contains cells or spores that can eventually develop into new rhizopus individuals when it bursts on maturation.
Maturation. Okay. Yes, remember this. Next question, Palina. Then is a 3 marks question. See, 2 marks question, if they ask like this, at least this much answer is needed to be given mark. So, correcta என்ன இருக்கு? What point has to be mentioned? அது எழுதிட்டு just underline the important thing. இப்போ இங்க first A sectionல வந்து A ஆன்சருக்கு என்ன பாயிண்ட் நீங்க அண்டர்லைன் பண்ணலாம்? கீர்த்தி, என்ன பாயிண்ட் நீங்க அண்டர்லைன் பண்ணலாம்? இங்க கீ பாயிண்ட் என்ன இருக்கு? If you want to underline, which point you can underline here?
Vegetative propagation.
அது பண்ண and also buds
Develops
present in the
into new
notches.
plant.
Yes, buds present in the notches. அது கூட underline பண்ணலாம். Yes. For 3 marks question பாருங்க. Identify the phytohormone. Phytohormone na the plant hormone used by plants while performing the following functions. The following functions பண்ணும்போது which hormone is used? First one, cell division in shoot tip. Shoot tipல cell division நடக்கணும்னா which hormones are important?
Auxin.
Very good, very good.
From
That's
cytokinin.
correct answer. Auxin. Now, when we are talking about phytohormones, let us see what are the different phytohormones present.
Ma'am,
One is auxin. Yes.
ஆனா செல் டிவிஷன்னா அது வந்து சைட்டோகைனின் தானே மேம் பண்ணும்.
இங்க என்ன கேட்ட? What question is asked here?
Cell division and shoot tip.
Yes. Cell division in shoot tip. Shoot அப்படி கொடுத்தனால நீங்க என்ன எழுதணும்னா auxin தான்.
Okay.
The question if it is asked like shoot tip, ஏன்னா அங்க இருக்கிறது ஆக்சின் ஹார்மோன் தான். இப்ப
Okay.
பாருங்க ஒரு எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம். என்ன ஷூட் டிப் கட் பண்ணா growth-ஏ இல்ல அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. இப்போ சைட்டோகைனின் அங்க இருந்துச்சுன்னா growth ஆயிருக்கும்லம்மா. ஆனா ஆகல. ஏன்னா ஆக்சின்ஸ் நம்ம ரிமூவ் பண்ணிட்டோம். அதனால growth ஆகல. So
Okay.
ஷூட் டிப் அந்த வேர்டு தெரிஞ்சாலே நீங்க you have to write auxin. ஓகேமா?
Okay.
ஓகே, என்னென்ன ஃபைட்டோ ஹார்மோன்ஸ்? ஆக்சின், கிப்பர்லின்ஸ், வேற?
Cytokinin.
Cytokinin.
எஸ்.
Cytokinin.
Ethylene. Abscisic acid.
Abscisic acid.
Abscisic acid.
எத்திலின். ஓகே, தென் எத்திலின். இதுல எல்லாம் எத்திலின் மட்டும்தான் gaseous. ஓகே, ஸோ ஆக்சினோட ஃபங்க்ஷன் என்னமா? டெல் மீ. Khalid will tell me. Oxygen.
Elongation of cell.
Cell elongation.
And also there is one more function of oxygen. In oxygen we have learned many functions, right? What is the next function? Yes, who will say? Nityashri?
Yes, ma'am.
Functions of oxygen.
Cell elongation shoots, ma'am.
Okay,
Controls phototropism and fruit development, ma'am.
very good. Fruit development, அது important. Fruit development. What about gibberellins?
Ma'am,
Growth of stem.
stem
Yes,
elongation, ma'am.
yes. What about cytokinins?
Cell
Cell
division.
division.
Cell division.
Promote cell division.
Yes. Abscisic acid?
Helps in clostomata and inhibits stem growth.
Yes. And also இன்னொன்னு பாயிண்ட் இருக்குமா? வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் பாயிண்ட். என்ன சொல்லுங்க? சீடு?
Seed germination.
It will avoid or it will promote?
Avoid, ma'am.
It prevents seed germination.
That means it favors seed dormancy, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, correct. So then ethylene என்னடா?
Promotes fruit ripening.
Ripening of fruits, yes. So இந்த மூணு வந்து they are promoters of growth and these both are inhibitors of growth. Remember this, very important. இப்போ செகண்ட் கொஸ்டின் ஆன்சர் சொல்லுங்க.
Abscisic acid, ma'am. Abscisic acid.
Inhibiting growth and approach of unfavorable conditions, abscisic acid.
Abscisic
Okay. List in tabular form two differences between the movement in touch me not and movement of shoot towards light. சொல்லுங்கம்மா. And coming to the movement in plants. In plants also movements are there. One வந்து which shows growth. They are tropic movements. Second is nastic movements. Tropic movements என்ன? இதுல கண்டிப்பா growth இருக்கும். If there is growth seen, it is called tropic movement. growth இல்ல, only movement is there. It is a nastic. இப்போ இங்க சொல்ற touch me not plantல இந்த ரெண்டுல எது இருக்குமா?
Nastic.
Nastic தான். ஏன்னா see, if we are touching the touch me not plant, it will just fold its leaves inside. Nastic தான். Okay. And tropic அப்படின்னா growth will be seen. Okay. So என்ன கேக்குறாங்க இங்க question?
And difference between phototropism
Difference
and the
between
touch me not.
phototropism and food towards plant.
Yes. ஒரு tabular formula. See, direct question கேட்காம they are giving the example and telling. So எப்படி எழுதலாம் பாருங்க. What is phototropism?
Phototropism
Movement of light from a shoot towards right.
Yes. And what is elastic movement?
Movement of land towards stimulus.
So இதுக்கு ரெண்டுக்கு டிஃபரன்ஸ் எழுதணும்னா பாருங்க இப்படி எழுதிருக்காங்க எப்படி கொடுத்திருக்காங்கம்மா phototropism வந்து slow response towards any stimulus. அதே elastic movement வந்து
Immediate response to stimulus.
yes. If we speak about direction, how is it?
Ma'am, it goes
Phototropism is
towards the
directional, whereas
stimulus.
the nastic movement is not directional.
Yes. And which is growth dependent, which is not growth dependent?
Phototropism is growth dependent. Nastic movement is growth
Nastic is
independent.
independent.
Always remember, growth இருந்தாலே அது வந்து டாபிக் மூமெண்ட். growth இல்ல just folding, just showing some movement னா அது வந்து nastic. Okay children. இந்த மாதிரி டேபிள் போட்டு தான் எழுதணும் டிஃபரன்ஷியேஷன் கேட்டாங்கன்னா the list out, list in tabular form or two differences அப்படின்னா இதுதான் எழுதணும். Yes, now see this question. Okay, Tanushka, are you there?
Ma'am.
Yes. Now you read this question for me.
If a plant is kept covered with a sheet, we notice some water drops on the inner side of the sheet after some time. What are they?
Have you seen such type of இது?
Yes, ma'am.
ஒரு பாலித்தீன் கவர்ல நம்ம wrap பண்ணி வச்சோம்னா we can see some droplets. எதுக்காக what are they due to?
Transpiration.
So,
Transpiration.
very good. Transpiration. What is transpiration?
Transpiration, the movement of water.
Transpiration is the process by which plants remove the excess water in them.
Loss of water in the form of vapor from the aerial parts of the plant is known as transpiration. இந்த மாதிரி answer வந்து perfect-ஆ இருக்கணும். He should not, the examiner should not find any mistake in your answer. Perfect-ஆ நீங்க சொல்லணும். எல்லா key points include பண்ணணும். Keywords. Loss of water வந்து the transpirationல. In the form of என்ன? Vapor mention பண்ணணும். எங்க அந்த ஏரியல் பார்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் பிளான்ட் இஸ் நோன் as transpiration. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபுல்லா டெஃபினிஷன் கொடுக்கணும். So what is the next one? Name and define the process. Transpiration. Yes, ma? Anybody? Somebody asked me.
Yes, ma'am. And transpiration will also help in the photosynthesis process.
Photosynthesis process அப்படின்னு எக்ஸாக்ட் சொல்ல முடியாது. Yes, because photosynthesis needs water, right? The water வந்து to all parts of the plant, how it is being supplied? See.
Through xylem.
This is a plant. It has got roots here. Okay. And how the water is being transported, ma? Water இங்க இருக்கா? Water வந்து it is absorbed by roots. Rootல there is one pressure known as root pressure, which is a positive pressure applied. The root pressure நால water வந்து it is going inside the roots. போயிட்டு எப்படி water, how it is traveling like this? அப்படின்னா transpirationனால water வந்து evaporate ஆயிட்டே போகுமாமா? வாட்டர் இவாபரேஷன் எப்படி நடக்கும்னா வாட்டர் டிராப்லெட்ஸ் வந்து இந்த மாதிரி லைனா வந்து ஸ்டொமேட்டா கிட்ட நிற்கும். அப்போ இந்த அப்பர் பார்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் லீஃப்ல இருந்து வாட்டர் என்ன ஆகும்னா இவாபரேட் ஆகும். ஒரு டிராப்லெட் வந்து வாட்டர் வேப்பரா மாதிரி இவாபரேட் ஆகும்போது பின்னாடில இருந்து இன்னொரு வாட்டர் டிராப், இன்னொரு வாட்டர் டிராப், இன்னொரு வாட்டர் டிராப், அந்த மாதிரி காலம் ஆஃப் வாட்டர் டிராப் வில் பி ஃபார்ம்டு. அந்த காலம் ஃபார்ம் ஆனா போதும் இல்லைம்மா, தண்ணி எல்லாம் ஏறும் மேல. So when water is there, only the photosynthesis will take place. So due to transpiration, water droplets are evaporated into the atmosphere, pulling the next water droplet towards it. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு water drop will be getting pulled up near the stomata. So obviously what will happen? All the water will be supplied to all the leaves here. So in the question important என்னன்னா how the water is supplied to all the parts of the body of the water of the plants அப்படின்னா root pressure transpiration pull. Transpiration pull. Transpiration pull என்ன? Because of transpiration a pull is exerted on the water droplets which is pulling the water towards the leaf, and this water is obviously needed for photosynthesis. Yes, this transpiration favors photosynthesis, and also this transpiration removes the excess of water present in the plant body. Is it clear, ma? Is your
டெம்பரேச்சர் ரெகுலேஷனும் இருக்கும்.
என்னடா?
டெம்பரேச்சர் ரெகுலேஷனும் இருக்கும், ஃபோட்டோசிந்தசிஸ்க்கும் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணும்.
Yes, yes. And it is keeping the plant also cool. Correct? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Then how does transpiration help in upward movement? பாருங்க, this is the answer. Read this answer, Nityashri. Is Nityashri online? Parthiban? பார்த்திபன் இருக்காங்களாமா? Anshika. Yes. Anshika, read this answer.
Yes, ma'am. If a plant is kept covered with a sheet, we notice some water droplets on the inner side of the sheet after sometimes due to transpiration. The loss of water in the form of vapor from the aerial parts of the plant is known as transpiration. This process helps in the absorption and upward movement of water and minerals dissolved in it from roots to the leaves. It helps in temperature regulation.
Very good. So, next. Long answer. See, Mendel's experiment. Children, இது tough தெரியும்ல children உங்களுக்கு? Mendel's experiment. Do you think it is tough? Did you
A bit
understand the
more.
concept of Mendel experiment, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Mendel worked on a plant. அந்த plant பேர் என்னமா?
Pea plant.
Pea plant. Bison sativum or pea
Bison
plant.
sativum. Very good, very good.
Plant.
Garden pea plant. Correct. What he did? How many characters did he take for his experiment?
7 contrasting.
7 character having 14 traits.
14 traits.
கேரக்டருக்கு ட்ரெயிட்க்கு டிஃபரன்ஸ் என்ன? கேரக்டர்னா இப்போ ஹைட் வந்து ஒரு கேரக்டர்னா ட்ரெயிட் என்ன?
Short and tall.
டால் அண்ட் டுவார்ஃப். ஓகே, ஒருவேளை கலர் ஒரு கேரக்டர்னா ட்ரெயிட் என்ன?
Red,
Yellow.
yellow or purple.
ஓகே,
Violet,
வயலட் ஒயிட். வயலட் ஒயிட் இது வந்து நம்ம ஃப்ளவர்ஸ்க்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். ஸோ மெண்டல் என்ன சொன்னார்? வாட் ஹி செட், he did some cross between இது ஒரு கேரக்டர் எடுத்துட்டு ஒரு கிராஸ் பண்ணாங்க, 2 கேரக்டர்ஸ் கன்சிடர் பண்ணி கிராஸ் பண்ணாங்க. ஒரு கேரக்டர் கன்சிடர் பண்ணி கிராஸ் பண்ணா that is known as what?
Monohybrid.
Monohybrid cross.
What he did in monohybrid cross, ma? Who are the parents? How are the parents?
From tall and
Ma'am,
short.
cross it was
Tall and
tall
short.
and drop
Yes,
plant.
pure tall, homozygous tall. Homozygous tall na என்ன? அதுக்குள்ள வந்து dwarfness is not hidden. பியூரா அது வந்து டால் பிளான்ட். எப்படி நம்ம பியூர் டால் பிளான்ட் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ண முடியும்? How can we produce பியூர் டால் பிளான்ட் அப்படின்னா செல்ஃப் ப்ரீடிங் பண்ணிட்டு, செல்ஃப் இன்பிரீடிங் நிறைய டைம் பண்ணா after many generations, and the plant which is produced will be pure tall plant. Same wise for pure dwarf plant also. What he did, he made a cross between these two. And the first generation, F1
All tall
generation, the
plants were there.
Tall short.
all sleep.
all tall மா யாரு tall short சொல்றீங்க all tall பாக்குறதுக்கு எல்லாம் டாலு ஆனா ஜீனோடைப் என்ன ஆல் டால் வந்து phenotype நம்ம பாக்குறது ஜீனோடைப் எப்படி இருக்கும் இதோட ஜீனோடைப்
Tall
Tall,
short.
Capital T
tall,
small
ஹேட்டரோசைகஸ்
t.
Capital T small t.
அப்போ ஏன் நமக்கு ஸ்மால் டி தெரியல தட் கேரக்டர் இஸ் தட்
recessive
ட்ரேட் இஸ் ஹிடன்
chase.
ஹிடன் அதுக்கப்புறமா என்ன பண்ணாரு இது அப்படியே செல்ஃபிங் ஹி டிட் செல்ஃபிங்
Self-pollinated.
செல்ஃபிங்னா இந்த மாதிரி லைக் திஸ் இது பண்ணதுனால F2 ஜெனரேஷன்ல phenotype சொல்லுங்க நமக்கு எப்படி கிடைச்சிச்சு phenotype
Three tall,
டால்
one short.
Tall.
Three
One
tall and one dwarf.
One
டால்
short.
டால்
Short.
dwarf த்ரீ டால் ஒன் dwarf phenotype பார்த்தோம் அதே ஜீனோடைப் ஒன்னு வந்து பியோர் டால் ரெண்டு வந்து
Short.
ஹெட்டிரோசைகஸ்
Tall, short,
ஒன்னு வந்து
pure short.
Pure
ஓகே
short.
One
இப்போ
big.
இதுல என்ன கேட்பாங்கன்னா ரேஷியோ கேட்பாங்க phenotypic ரேஷியோ என்ன இருக்கு த்ரீ
3 is to
டால்
1.
3 is
இருக்கிறதுனால
to 1.
3
3 is to
is
1.
to 1 and genotypic ratio
1 is to
1
1
2.
is
is
to
to
2 is
2
to
is
1.
to 1.
this is for monohybrid cross very 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 important sure short question phenotypic ratio genotypic ratio of monohybrid cross இது சொல்லணும் and if I ask dihybrid cross dihybrid ஓட phenotypic என்ன
Um, mm,
9 is to
3 is to 3 is
3
to
is
3 is
to
to
1
1.
is to
3
3
is
is
to
to
1
3 is to 1.
அதே genotypic கேட்டாங்கன்னா 1 is to 2 is
1
to
is to 2
1
is to 1.
2 is to 4 is to 2 1 is to 2 is to 1 just remember this கேட்க மாட்டாங்க this is our இது just for understanding so இது இப்படி இருக்கும் dihybrid crossல phenotypic genotypic இங்க என்ன கொஸ்டின் கேட்டிருக்காங்க how do Mendel's experiments show that the traits may be dominant or recessive இந்த 5 மார்க்ஸ் கொஸ்டின் இது இந்த மூணு சப்டிவிஷன்ஸ் 5 மார்க்ஸ் அதுல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டினுக்கு 2 செகண்டுக்கு 2 தேர்டுக்கு 1 அப்போ 2 மார்க்ஸ் கேட்ட மாதிரி எழுதணும் நீங்க ஸோ who will answer this question to me how do Mendel's experiments show that the traits may be dominant or recessive who will tell yes Sai very good tell me ma'am.
Ma'am, it's because when we cross to homozygous things, ma'am, we'll find that one will be the dominant, the other means in hybrids it will show only one. If it is tall and short, we cross means only tall will be inferior type. Tall will be most compared to a short, ma'am. So one is dominant and another is recessive, ma'am.
From that what he said the traits may be dominant or recessive only அதுக்கு ஆன்சர் வந்து இதுமா ரீட் பண்ணுங்க சாய்
Mendel discovered that only tall pea plants were created in the first generation, where he crossed a purebred tall pea plant with a purebred dwarf pea plant in F1. The tall pea plant and the dwarf plant were produced in the second generation, or F2, in a ratio of 3 to 1.
3 is to 1 okay second question in the inheritance of two traits is independent of each other the two traits வரணும்னா they are independent of each other இதுக்கு என்ன ஆன்சர் சொல்லுவீங்க who will reply
Ma'am, law of independent assortment.
who is this Riya நம்ம
Yes, ma'am.
tell
Ma'am, a law of independent assortment.
yeah tell what is that law of independent assortment
Ma'am, the gametes will be separated in.
yes traits were inherited separately and not influenced by each other this is known as law of independent assortment okay அதுக்குன்னு ஆன்சர் இதுதான் read out Riya
Yes, ma'am. Wendell discovered that inheritance of two traits is independent of each other by performing a dihybrid cross, where he crossed pea plants differing in two distinct traits and observed that the offspring exhibited a variety of combinations of those traits, resulting in a phenotypic ratio of 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1, which indicated that the traits were inherited separately and not influenced by each other. This is known as the law of independent assortment.
Very good. இங்க நீங்க yellow கலர்ல பாக்குறீங்களா அதுதான் key points which you have to underline. Okay, children. Okay. Now tell the third question. Write two reasons why Mendel selected pea plants for his experiment. Monish?
Ma'am,
Ah, yes. Who is this?
Ma'am Akshita.
Akshita, tell me.
Ma'am, because pea plant has a short lifespan and it
Yes.
has various characters.
Ah, various என்ன
It is
characters?
bisexual, ma'am.
Bisexual.
Bisexual. Yes.
It has various characters like color, font, size.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, it
And they
produces
are
large number of seeds in short time.
very good. Self-pollinating
And self
also.
pollination is this, ma'am.
Self and cross-pollination also can be performed. அதுதான் அதுக்கு ஆன்சர் பாருங்க. Read this, ma. Akshita.
Yes, ma'am. Mendel chose pea plant for his experiment because of the following reason. The the flower of this plant are bisexual. They are self-pollinating, thus self and cross-pollinating can easily be performed.
So see how the answer has been presented. நீங்க ஒரே ஒரு லைன்ல you will stop answering. But like this you should do. And கொஸ்டின்ல என்ன கேட்டிருக்காங்க அந்த பாயிண்ட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எழுதிட்டு லைக் மெண்டல் சூஸ் பிளான்ஸ் ஃபார் ஹிஸ் எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் பிகாஸ் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பாயிண்ட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல எழுதிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறமா ஒரு 2 பாயிண்ட்ஸை நீங்க ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணணும். ஓகே தென்
Yes, ma'am.
டயக்ராம் பேஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின். ஓகே மனிஷ், see very important diagram based question. Manish, what is this diagram?
Female sex organ.
Female reproductive part. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What is A, Manish?
Yeah. Ma'am, it's a fallopian tube or oviduct.
B?
B is ovary.
C?
D is uterus, ma'am.
D?
D is vagina.
Very good. Very good. Correct. இப்போ in which part do the sperms enter?
Vagina, ma'am. D.
Okay, 1 second, ma. Kaushik, who will answer? Akshita again. Others? Who will answer to this question? Wasim. Okay. Wasim, tell me, in which part do the sperms enter?
Vagina.
Second question.
In which part does fertilization take place? Fallopian tube.
சொல்லுமா.
Fallopian tube. Second one answer.
Read the question and tell me the answer.
In which part does fertilization take place? Fallopian tube.
No. Third one.
In which part does the fetus develop? Uterus.
Fourth.
Which structure in human female are equivalent to the following structures in male?
மேல்ல டெஸ்டிஸ் இருக்குமா? ஃபீமேல்ல என்ன இருக்கும்?
Vast difference. Ovary.
மேல்ல டெஸ்டிஸ், ஃபீமேல்ல
Ovary.
yes. மேல்ல vast difference, ஃபீமேல்ல
Fallopian tube.
super. Fallopian tube or oviduct, both are same. Okay. So these were some of the most expected questions from my side. Children, now it is your chance. You can ask your doubts if you have. Okay. Do you have any doubts? In biology, all the 5 chapters, what will come for the board exam? Kaushik? Ahmad? You can ask any questions, children. While preparing, you might have got some Doubts, right? Those doubts you can ask me. I will clarify those doubts for you. Yes? Doubt clearing session, last half an hour, children, in which you can clarify your doubts. I want you to come out liberally and ask me if you have any doubts.
Ma'am, can you please retake that F1 generation that one alone? Because
Your voice is very low, huh? Please.
ma'am, can you please retake that F1 generation that this one alone?
Monohybrid.
Yes,
Monohybrid
ma'am.
cross,
Yes,
amma.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Mendel's experiment. He did two experiments. One is monohybrid cross, in which he took only one character. Other thing is dihybrid cross, in which he took two characters for his experiments. Explaining monohybrid cross. Parents. What was the parent, Idma? Alliance, pure tall, pure dwarf. Pure tall, pure dwarf அப்படின்னா ஒரு டால் பிளான்ட் டுவார்ஃப் பிளான்ட் எடுத்துட்டு he has crossed கிராஸ் பண்ணும்போது F1 ஜெனரேஷன் F அப்படின்னா ஃபிலியல் F1 ஜெனரேஷன்ல நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா
Ma'am,
எல்லா
F1, F1 denotes another, ma'am.
ஃபிலியல் FILIAL ஃபிலியல் ஜெனரேஷன் ஃபிலியல் 1 ஃபிலியல் 2 இங்க பேரண்ட்ல வந்து ஒன் டால் ஒன் டுவார்ஃப் கரெக்டா இப்போ F1 ஜெனரேஷன்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா இஃப் யூ see all are tall plants ஆனா அதோட ஜீனோடைப் வந்து heterozygous அப்படின்னா small t கூட இருக்கு hidden in that but it is not expressed only the tallness is expressed. This is telling us about the law of dominance. You know what is law of dominance, children?
No idea, ma'am.
Law
Dominant
of
traits can
dominance.
the trait which is dominant will always like show that.
Yes, the dominant trait only will express itself. Only when the both the recessive இருந்தா recessive வரும் தவிர டாமினன்ட் ட்ரேட் இருக்கும்போது ப்ரோஜெனில டாமினன்ட் தான் எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் ஆகும். F1 ஜெனரேஷன்ல we saw all the tall plants but its genotype was capital T small t. What it did? Selfing. Selfingனா two
Self-formation.
heterozygous plants self cross பண்ணாங்க. Self breed பண்ணும்போது he got one tall plant, then two tall plants, totally three tall plants, and one dwarf plant. So phenotype, when you are seeing phenotype, நம்ம பார்க்கிறது appearance. So three tall, one dwarf. இந்த ரேஷியோல இருந்துச்சு. அதே நம்ம ஜீனோடைப் பார்த்தோம்னா ஜீனோடைப்னா அலிலிக் காம்போசிஷன். இது பியூரா இருந்தது. இங்க வந்த ரெண்டு பிளான்ட்ஸ் வந்து தேவர் ஹெட்டிரோசைகஸ். And dwarf was recessive like this. So genotypic ratio என்ன கேட்டாங்கன்னா you have to write 1:2:1. This is genotypic gene composition.
Ma'am, it is fixed ratio or it may differ?
No, it is fixed. According to Mendel. According to Mendel, it is fixed. Okay, da? Ratio கேட்டா நீங்க இது எழுதணுமா இப்போ they will ask some application related questions like 100 plants were produced. இதுல வந்து how much is how many are having homozygous tall F2 generation, how many are heterozygous tall, how many are homozygous dwarf அப்படின்னு கேட்டா நீங்க வந்து according to the ratio டிவைட் பண்ணி சொல்லணும். இப்போ நீங்க சொல்லுங்க 100 பிளான்ட்ஸ்ல 1 ரேஷியோனா எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? What percentage?
I can't get it, ma'am.
100ல 1%னா எவ்வளவுமா? 25%, right? Yes, ma'am. Reason 100 நீங்க 4 டிவைட் பண்ணுங்க. 25 25 25 25 கரெக்டா? கரெக்டா மா? இப்போ அதுல 1 ரேஷியோ அப்படின்னா 25 தானே? Okay. So either 25 and this is also 25. Here 2 ratio அப்படின்னா we have to club these two. Totally 50. 50%. இப்போ 100ல 25%னா எத்தனை plants? 25 plants. The 50 plants, 25 plants. 25 plants will be tall, pure tall. 50 plants will be heterozygous tall. And 25 plants will be homozygous dwarf. Clear? They will ask like this. ஒரு number கொடுத்துட்டு they will ask you to find out the answer. Okay? Then doubt session ma. You may ask your doubts.
Ma'am?
Yes ma.
Ma'am,
Who is
when
this?
Ria ma'am.
Ria, tell me ma.
Ma'am, back cross எங்க வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க?
Back cross. There are two back cross லே test cross கூட இருக்கு. See ma. Mendel, when he was doing this experiment, he doesn't know about this Punnett square. நம்ம வந்து இப்போ ஜீனோடைப் ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணணும்னா இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்கொயர் போட்டு தானே நம்ம ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்றோம். கரெக்டா ரியா?
எஸ் மேம்.
அதுக்கு என்ன பண்றோம் நம்ம? சி F2 ஜெனரேஷன் டிடி டிடி போட்டுட்டு வாட் வில் ஃபைண்ட் அவுட்? இங்கே கேபிட்டல் டி கேபிட்டல் டி கேபிட்டல் டி ஸ்மால் டி கேபிட்டல் டி ஸ்மால் டி ஸ்மால் டி ஸ்மால் டி. Like this we can find out what are the genotypes by using Punnett square. ஆனா மெண்டலுக்கு இந்த Punnett square பத்தி தெரியாது. He doesn't know. After Mendel only this man Punnett, he has identified this square, this box. அப்போ how Mendel found out the genotype? அப்படின்னா he did a test cross. Test crossனா the progeny which he got, அதோட genotype X, he doesn't know. He got all tall plants. Tall plants வந்ததே அதோட ஜீனோடைப் என்ன இருக்கலாம்? ஹோமோசைகஸா இல்லைன்னா ஹெட்ரோசைகஸா, பியோர் டாலா இல்லைன்னா கேபிட்டல் டி ஸ்மால் டியா. டு ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் தட் இந்த வந்த ப்ரோஜனிய அவங்க ரெசசிவ் பேரண்டோட கிராஸ் பண்ணாங்க. கிராஸ் பண்ணிட்டு எல்லாமே டால் வந்துச்சுன்னா he said that this progeny was pure tall. இல்ல some plants tall, some plants dwarf வந்துச்சுன்னா he told that this progeny which he got was heterozygous. புரியுதாமா? So test cross was used to identify the genotype during Mendel time. Okay. Any other question?
Back cross and test cross same meaning ஆமா?
Meaning same கிடையாது. Test cross na I told you right? Back cross na that is also a breeding technique ma. ஒரு hybrid organism we are breeding with its genetically similar organism. Okay. எப்படி சொல்லலாம்? Wait, I'll tell you elaborately. Back cross என்னன்னா F1 generation plant வந்து with one of its parents, அப்படின்னா it can be both. இதுவும் இருக்கலாம் இதுவும் இருக்கலாம். ஆனா டெஸ்ட் கிராஸ் அப்படின்னா only this one recessive parent தான். Back crossனா it can be dominant parent or the recessive parent. Test crossனா only recessive parent.
Okay.
Okay. Next.
Ma'am, can you explain 10% law, ma'am?
Sure. Who proposed 10% law? 10% law of energy. யாருமா சொன்னது?
Joules.
No. Why Joules? Raymond? He is the scientist who proposed 10% law. According to this, see, grass eaten by grasshopper, eaten by rats, eaten by snakes, by eagle. Right? இப்போ grass has more energy, right? When this grasshopper is eating this grass, the energy transferred to this grasshopper will be only 10%. Grasshopper is eaten by rat. அது சாப்பிடும்போது கிராஸ்ஹோப்பர்ல இருந்து ரேட்க்கு வந்து only 10% எனர்ஜி will be transferred. ரேட்ல இருந்து ஸ்னேக்கு only 10% எனர்ஜி. ஸ்னேக்ல இருந்து ஈகிள்க்கு only 10% எனர்ஜி will be transferred. மத்த எனர்ஜி எல்லாம் is used by this particular animals for their metabolic process. ஓகே, ஸோ இப்போ பாருமா 1000 கிலோ கேலரிஸ் இருக்கு கிராஸ்ல அப்படின்னா how much energy will be transferred to grasshopper? 1000ல 10% எவ்வளோ?
100.
100. சரி, இப்போ ரேட்ஸ் எவ்வளோ எனர்ஜி ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் ஆகும்?
10.
10.
வாட் அபவுட் ஸ்னேக்ஸ்?
1.
1.
அண்ட் வாட் அபவுட் ஈகிள்?
0.1.
0.1.
0.1.
எனர்ஜி வந்து கம்மியாயிட்டே போகும். ஸோ நிறைய எனர்ஜி எதுல இருக்கு? பிளான்ஸ்ல இருக்கு. இதுக்கு அப்படியே ஆப்போசிட் பயோமேக்னிஃபிகேஷன். வாட் இஸ் பயோமேக்னிஃபிகேஷன், மோனிஷ்? பயோமேக்னிஃபிகேஷன்ல என்ன?
Biomagnification, when the pesticide is inserted in the food chain, the it is affected by the last trophic level. This process known as biomagnification.
வெரி குட். இப்போ வாட்டர்ல ஃபிஷ் இருக்குமா? சம் இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ் ஆர் தேர் ஹியர். அந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ்ல வர வேஸ்ட் எல்லாம் இந்த வாட்டர் பாடியில தே ஆர் லீவிங். அண்ட் அந்த கெமிக்கல்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கிறதுனால திஸ் ஃபிஷ் பிகம்ஸ் பாய்சனஸ். அண்ட் வென் திஸ் ஃபிஷ் இஸ் ஈட்டன் பை சம் பிக் ஃபிஷ், இதுல இருந்து கெமிக்கல்ஸ் இங்க போனா இட் வில் கெட் மல்டிப்ளைடு. இங்க ஒரு 10 இருந்தா இங்க போன பிறகு இட் பிகம்ஸ் 100. when this big fish is eaten by humans, that poison will increase to 1000. பாய்சன் வந்து இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும், ஆனா இந்த எனர்ஜி லெவல் வந்து கம்மி ஆகிட்டு ஆகும். பாய்சன் லெவல் கெமிக்கல் லெவல் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா தட் இஸ் நோன் ஆஸ் பயோமேக்னிஃபிகேஷன். ஓகே சில்ட்ரன்,
Yes, ma'am.
this is important. Yes ma'am.
Ma'am, why flow of energy is unidirectional, ma'am?
Flow of energy is unidirectional only. So grass by grasshopper by rat unidirectionally, no, உல்டா வர முடியாதுலமா. and grass is getting light from sun. grassல இருந்து sunக்கு போகாதுலமா எனர்ஜி. unidirectional only. See, like this. Okay, next, I appreciate the children who are asking doubts. டவுட்ஸ் கேட்டா உங்களுக்கு நல்லா புரிஞ்சுது, இன்னும் நீங்க வந்து கான்செப்சுவலி கிளியர் ஆகுறதுக்கு கேக்குறீங்க, அதுதான் மீனிங். ப்ளீஸ் ஆஸ்க். டோன்ட் திங்க் என்ன சில்லி டவுட் கேட்குற மாதிரி இருக்குமோ அப்படின்னு நினைக்காதீங்க. பிக் என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு எமினன்ட், ஒரு ஃபேமஸ் பர்சனாலிட்டி, ஒரு ஃபேமஸ் ப்ரொஃபஸர் வாஸ் ஆல்சோ ஒன்ஸ் எ ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ஹூ வாஸ் ஆஸ்கிங் சில்லி டவுட்ஸ். அப்படியெல்லாம் நினைக்க கூடாது. ப்ளீஸ் ஆஸ்க். எஸ்
Ma'am, I have a doubt in the assertion, ma'am.
ப்ளீஸ் டெல் மீ யுவர் நேம் டா.
Riya, ma'am.
Riya, okay, Riya, tell me.
Ma'am, assertion is the energy flow in a food chain is unidirectional.
Okay.
Reason is the energy is lost as heat at every tropic level in the form of respiration.
Okay.
I thought the answer will be B, ma'am, but it is given as A.
Okay. Can you repeat the question? Assertion வந்து energy flow is
In a food chain,
unidirectional சொல்றாங்க. Okay. Food chainல. Okay. Reason என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க?
the energy is lost as heat at every tropic level in the form of respiration.
அது not correct explanation நம்மா. Loss of heat. இப்போ 10% is going to the next tropic level. மற்றது வந்து as heat it is lost. அது எப்படி ரீசன் ஆகும் இதுக்கு? எதுக்கு யூனிடைரக்ஷனல் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா, ஒரு டிராபிக் லெவல்ல இருந்து இன்னொரு டிராபிக் லெவல் ரீசன் எப்படி இருக்கணும் தெரியுமா? ஸோ the energy which is flowing from tropic level 1 to tropic level 2, only 10% energy is transferred. அதனால்தான் and tropic level 2ல இருந்து tropic level 3க்கு தான் போகும். tropic level 3ல இருந்து tropic level 4க்கு தான் போகும் தவிர பின்னாடி வராது. அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கணும் ரீசன் யூனி டைரக்ஷனல் சொல்லும் போது. கரெக்டாமா? லாஸ் ஆஃப் ஹீட் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் ரெஸ்பிரேஷன் சொல்றது கரெக்ட் ரீசன் கிடையாது. யூனி டைரக்ஷனல் எதுக்கு? A and B க்கு, B and C க்கு. Since it is traveling only in one direction from A to B, B to C, it is unidirectional. அப்படி கொடுத்திருந்தா reason okay. Loss of heat because of respiration. Even though it is true, it is not the correct explanation. Okay, ma?
Okay.
Very good, Ria. Next. Hasini, Monish, Khalid, Nityashri.
No, ma'am, no doubts.
Yes, ma'am. No doubts, ma'am.
No doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
No doubts,
See,
ma'am.
yeah, you can ask. See, after this session also, if you have any doubts through our sir, you can ask the doubts. I will be available to you since it is the board exam for you. We can have some discussion also. I will send you the answers through WhatsApp to sir. He will forward to you if needed. Okay, any doubts you can come forward. Akshita, Anshika, Sriniketan, Mohana, then Palani. Palani never asked any doubt. Sendil. That's all, children.
Yeah, madam. Okay, madam.
Yes,
Dear
sir.
students, today evening you are having physics class from 6 to 7:30. Don't miss the class because you may be having more doubts in physics. So come and attend the class by 6 o'clock. It will go up to 7:30. After 7:30, if you have any doubts, you can ask the sir. Ask the miss. She will be coming and attending the class by today. And one more thing, we have the same type of revision classes for mathematics also. Okay, so that will update you later. And our aim is to make you get center in both the subjects, in both science and mathematics. So do not miss any subject revision classes, and we'll give the updates in the corresponding groups. Please follow the groups and do well. Today evening we'll meet. Okay. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, children. All the best.
And
Thank you,
suppose if
ma'am.
madam is
Thank
sending
you.
me,
Thank you, ma'am.
yeah,
Thank you, ma'am.
suppose if biology madam is sending any notes and question papers, I will send it to you through the WhatsApp group, ma. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Thank you so much. We'll be meeting today by 6 o'clock for physics class. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Okay,
you.
ma.